Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be covering how to accurately measure your food and populate it in MyFitnessPal. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to start off with is putting in some breakfast food. So what I'm having for breakfast is some extra large eggs. So option one would be for me to click this and actually scan the specific eggs that I'm having, which makes life a lot easier. And change the number of servings to 3. So the serving size you can see is 1 egg and I'm having 3 servings of that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tick that. Another option for me to search for the eggs that I'm having would be to actually search manually. So I would type in here extra large eggs, search. And there we go, I found the extra large eggs. Again, the serving size is 1 egg and I'm going to be consuming 3. So I'm just going to save that and tick. So I've got my eggs for breakfast. In addition to that, I'm also going to be having some smoked salmon. So again, I'm going to be scanning this one. So I'm going to scan my packet of smoked salmon. There we go, it found what I was looking for. The first thing that I do where the serving size is not what I'm going to be having is to change that to 1 gram. So I will change the servings to 1 gram and save that. And then I will change how many grams I'm having and populate that in the number of servings. So what I'm going to do is turn on my kitchen scale, put the plate on, tare the weight or zero the weight of the plate, put on as much as I want to be consuming. Let's say it is 70 grams. So what I'm going to do here is the number of servings, I will change that to 70 and save. So 1 gram is a serving size. I always change that to 1 gram if the option is available. And then I change this to however many grams I am going to be using and tick. So there we go. We have our eggs and smoked salmon. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to be doing is populating some snacks. So let's assume I'm having some walnuts and pecans for snacks. What I'm going to do is add food, then put in the bowl that I'm going to be using on top of my kitchen scale, tare or zero the weight. Perfect. Put in some walnuts. So I'm going to have a handful of walnuts and that comes up to 28 grams. I'm going to be manually searching for these walnuts because I don't have the packet on me. So the first one, the serving recommended size is 1 cup ground, but that's not the one that's relevant to me. I want to again change it to 1 gram. So I can find that this one has 1 gram. So I always like to change it to 1 gram and save. And the number of servings, again, I'm going to change to however many grams I'm having. So I'm having 28 grams. So serving size again is 1 gram and number of servings is 28 grams. That's perfect. That's what I'm having. And I'm going to tick that. I'm also going to have some pecans on top of that. So have a look at the weighing, the kitchen scale. I'm going to tare the weight of the walnuts, given the fact that I've already populated it. If it works with me, 0. There we go. And what I'm going to be doing is adding another handful of pecans. So give me a sec here. Here go my pecans, and they're 17 grams. So again, I'm going to be manually searching for those. Nuts, pecans, that will do. I want to find 1 gram if I can. So this one doesn't have 1 gram. So I'm going to try and find another one that actually has 1 gram in it. Let's see this one. So this one has number of servings on serving size. Let's change that to 1 gram. There we go. I found 1 gram, save. And then we're going to change that to 17 grams because that's what I'm going to be having, and then tick. So there we go. That's the snacks that I'm having. So the next thing I'm going to do is add a recipe. So let's say I'm cooking breakfast and it's not an easy one. So let's assume that I'm cooking pancakes. So what I need to do is add food. I'm going to be going to recipes. I'm going to add my own recipe, and I would traditionally do this after I've cooked the pancakes. So I've got a list of all the ingredients that I've used, or I'm following a recipe, and after I've cooked the entire batch, I'm going to be adding everything that I've used in this. So maybe have a post-it note, write exactly what are the ingredients that you're using, or whatever recipe you're using. You'll have all the ingredients as well as the number of servings on that anyway. So what I'm going to do is quick add. No, that's not the one. Recipes, add, create a recipe. Now I'm going to be entering ingredients manually. The recipe name is pancakes. So now that I've cooked my entire batch, I know how many servings I've created. So let's say I've created 8 servings. Go next, add ingredients. So I can either search for ingredients or scan the barcode. So what I'm going to show you is a bit of both. So the first thing we're going to do is search a barcode. So let's say I used almond meal. I'm going to scan the packet. The number of servings I used is, let's say I used, so I always change it to 1 gram so I can alternate, I can edit better. So the number of servings I'm going to change it to, let's say I used 150 grams and save. So I used 150 grams of 1 gram served and tick. Let's say I used almond milk on top of that. So let's go next. Actually, go back, sorry. So the next thing to do is to add the next ingredient. Let's say I used almond milk, search. Almond milk, 1 cup. 1 cup is usually 150 grams. Actually, it might be 250 ml, sorry. So 1 cup is 250 ml if that's what I'm using. Otherwise, I can change it to 1 millimeter again, 1 milliliter, sorry, and change the number of servings to, let's say I use 120 milliliters. So I'm going to save that and tick. The next thing I'm going to be adding is some vanilla extract. So let's say that is accurate. I don't need to change it to 1 ml. Otherwise, I would change everything to 1 ml. And if it was any different to 5 mils, I would change the number of servings to how much I've used. So I'm happy with the 5 ml and I'm just going to tick that. After I've populated all my ingredients, I'm going to click next. And I'm going to, let's save that. There we go. So let's go back to my food diary. Now that that's in my recipes, I need to add that. So there we go. Let's say I had 2 pancakes as opposed to the 1 serving. I'm going to change that to 2, save, and tick. So that's how you add your recipes. Okay, the last thing that I want to be talking to you about is if you're having some takeout or ordering on Uber Eats, how to populate that into your MyFitnessPal. So let's assume that you're having Thai food and you've just ordered Thai green curry. What I would be doing is putting on my dinner plate on my kitchen weighing scale, tearing the weight of that or zeroing the weight of that, then adding only the chicken part into the plate, measuring how many grams of chicken I'm having. So say I'm having 100 grams of chicken thigh. What I would do is put that into my MyFitnessPal, then I would add the curry on top of that. So sometimes I will have that curry sauce sitting at home. So let's say I had Thai green curry sitting at home, not the right example, but let's assume it is. I would scan this and put in however many grams I'm consuming. Or on MyFitnessPal, I would search for that particular marinade or search for that particular sauce and put however many grams of that I'm having into MyFitnessPal. If I'm having any rice on top of that, again, I would tear the weight off everything that I have on my plate, add the rice, and then search for white rice or brown rice, and then add in the amount of grams that I'm consuming.